So welcome back to another episode, and today I'm going to review Uncharted 4, a game I just finished on my PlayStation 4 probably around 10 minutes ago. And I wanted to come in front of the camera and give you some impressions about it and give you a spoiler-free review. So any footage that I show will be early on in the game. I'm not going to include a lot of other characters, so there's no spoilers that way. And I will describe the story without spoilers as well. So I'll just kind of start off how the game really begins. And what do I really think of Uncharted 4? It's a game that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. Does it live up to the hype? Absolutely. It really does. I finished all the Uncharted games and I've loved them. And I think why I love them is they remind me of Indiana Jones in a modern setting, and it's a lot of fun. I think anybody who plays Uncharted knows that's a lot of fun. So how does it, add up to all the rest of them? Is this the best Uncharted experience? I'm happy to say yes, it is. It is fantastic. It's a really, really great game. Is it like the other games? Totally. It is exactly like the other games. So you can't go wrong. If you enjoyed the earlier series, you're going to love this game. So let's start off with the story. And this is really one of the cool bits in it without giving any spoilers, which is difficult. This is about Nathan Drake now, where he is in his life at this point, where he is with his family. And it's really a family story. It's kind of like it just kind of starts off where he's just in his normal life. Nothing crazy or exciting is going on. And then we get a flashback back to when he was a boy, and we get to fill in a whole other side of his character that we did not know about. And we get introduced to his brother at an early age, and their story is interesting, and it leads into the beginning of the story, which is that Nathan Drake is going on a new quest to find Captain Avery's treasure. And Captain Avery is a pirate. And Nathan's family has been looking for this treasure for a long time. And it's about him starting off that quest. And now that's like any Uncharted, isn't it, really? There's always a new treasure to go and find. That's the whole part of the game. But it's not the end result, it's the entire journey. And how is the journey? It's great. It's got all the, fun and excitement of past Uncharted games, jumping from ledge to ledge. And I gotta say, this is funny. Nathan Drake, man, I swear to God, in some past life, he is monkey related. He is, because most of the game is jumping from ledge to ledge, and he loves doing it. He's incredible at it. Anybody in reality would be like, I ain't doing that fucking ledge. And Nathan Drake goes and does it without hesitation. And that's really what it's all about. The gameplay is a lot about scaling walls. There's a lot of platforming, absolutely. Jumping from ledge to ledge, and then you're swinging from vines and pushing blocks. You're shooting enemies. It really, really works well. It is a rinse and repeat formula throughout the game, but if you don't do it all in one sitting, you'll really enjoy this aspect. And there's so many locations. It's what I've always enjoyed about Uncharted is when you think you're nearly at the end of the game, you get to a location, you're solving a puzzle, you solve it, and you're like, this is it, the treasure will be here. And then you find out that the princess is in another castle, quite literally. And you go to another section, another ancient city, and scale your way and fight your way through that level. And there's so many locations in here, and they are a sight to behold. So graphically, this game will blow you away. It is beautiful looking. The scenic sights are unreal. They will blow your mind. I would just sit at times and just look over a cliff at all of the city down below, and it was so beautiful to see. It was a real pleasure to traverse these locations. And as I said, there's quite a few locations in this game. There's nearly 21 chapters, so there's a lot to see, there's a lot to do, there's a lot of different variations in the levels as well. And back to gameplay for a second, it's really funny. I'm playing the game, and at one point, obviously because it's by the same developer, Naughty Dog, I'm like, am I playing The Last of Us? There was some moments that just made you feel that you were in The Last of Us, and that's not a bad thing. That's a fantastic game. But it was so interesting how that crept into this game design-wise. Yeah, the graphics are really amazing. One of the things that got me the most was the characters. The motion capture on the characters, sometimes they'd be talking, and I was like, wow, that's so... they're computer-generated graphics, but because they are captured by real human beings, it looks so lifelike at times that sometimes I just didn't even realize they were computer-generated characters. I'm like, whoa, look at that motion on that character. Like, look, the way that character is talking and acting. And we've really come a long way with video games, especially from the first Uncharted to this one. It's quite staggering. And there's a lot of different weapons to pick up. And how is the shooting aspects on the game, one of the main things in the game? It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of, run and gun, and I never felt it was too difficult. What I would really recommend playing the game, pump the difficulty up, because even on a medium setting, I thought the game was very, very easy to finish. I didn't find it a hard game. I think the game took me around 12 hours-ish, I think somewhere in that regard. I thought it was really good. I think the balance between platforming and shooting has always been good in the Uncharted series, and it won't let you down here. Another staple of the series is puzzles, and let me tell you, some of the puzzles in this game were really a lot of fun to get through. I'm wearing my Goonies shirt here. It's obviously we're dealing with pirates, and there's a lot of pirate traps and a lot of pirate puzzles to figure out, and some of them were really fun. They weren't annoying. They were really fun to figure out. It was really, if you used your brain, you could figure it out. It wasn't, it wouldn't frustrate you. For some of the action, like I don't want to show any of this, but there are some chase sequences in this game on Jeeps and vehicles that is some of the best chase sequences I've ever experienced in a video game in history. I mean, they're just fucking crazy, man. I couldn't believe, and for anybody who plays it, you'll know the action sequence I'm talking about. It's kind of in the middle of the game. It's freaking nuts. One of the funny things I was thinking about in this game, I've thought this in nearly every Uncharted game. Whenever you get to a brand new, set of ruins that you have to make your way through, and sometimes you have to make your way up clocks and other things like that, I always wonder to myself, who makes these freaking devices? Who makes these? There's nobody ever there, and they're almost just set up for you to just go through once and never go through again. I find it humorous with the series. I really love it, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, but I've always sat there and who the hell makes these damn devices? But I'm always like, these people must have spent like 20 years making this section, and you just like flip your way through it in a couple of minutes and destroy it or whatever. I always think that's really funny. As of the time of reviewing this, the multiplayer was not working. It was not accessible to me, so I can't wait to go and try the multiplayer now I've gotten the game finished, just to see what that has to offer. So I hopefully in a game chat episode can come back and talk about that in the future. Now, is this the end of the series? Like I know a lot of the producers on the series said, yes, this is the ending of the Uncharted series. And without any spoilers, I'll just say that this could be a good ending. It could be. But is it the ending? I won't say anything. There's a great, great little ending sequence, but I'll let you guys see that for yourself. I really enjoyed this game. I really can go in and say that I had a lot of fun, a lot of adrenaline moments, a lot of Indiana Jones style moments, going through caverns with your torches, avoiding traps, and getting into gunfights with bandits. It's a lot of fun. Never mind the driving sequences that were just awesome in this game. And the graphics were awe-inspiring. I was never upset at one single villa that I was in. I was always a little bit in awe. And yeah, so I don't give scores, but I would definitely give this game an 8 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. I think it really can maybe sum up the series really, really well. And is it everything that you want in an Uncharted game? Yes. Is it everything that you're expecting? Yes, if you played any Uncharted games before, you know exactly what you're going to get, and you won't be disappointed. So anyways, guys, until next time.